Welcome to Growing Minds Through Stories, where wisdom meets storytelling. Unlock timeless lessons on finance, success, and life through powerful narratives from history to today. Ready to grow your...
Have you ever reached the end of the month wondering, where did all my money go? You work hard, maybe even get a decent salary, but you're still just surviving paycheck to paycheck. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And today's story might just be the wake-up call you need. This is the story of Priya, a young professional who learned the hard way that a budget isn't a restriction. It's a roadmap to freedom. Priya lived in a buzzing city. She had a well-paying job at a marketing firm, lived in a nice rented apartment, ordered food frequently, shopped online often, and loved spontaneous weekend getaways. From the outside, Priya's life looked perfect, glamorous even. But behind the Instagram stories and brunch photos was a harsh reality. She was broke. Every month, her salary would arrive and vanish within the first 10-15 days. Rent, food delivery, credit card EMIs, shopping, everything added up quickly. Then came the worst part, the second half of the month. She'd scrape by on borrowed money, minimum payments, and sometimes even skip meals to stretch her funds. The stress was constant, and so was the feeling of helplessness. One day, everything changed. Priya's company announced layoffs due to cost-cutting. She wasn't on the list yet, but the news hit her hard. She realized that if she lost her job even for a month, she wouldn't survive financially. She had no savings, no emergency fund, and no clue where her money was going. That night, for the first time, Priya Googled how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. One answer kept popping up: create a budget. Initially, she hated the idea. A budget sounded boring, restrictive, and honestly, like something only financially obsessed people did. But the more she read, the more it made sense. A budget wasn't about saying no to everything. It was about saying yes to what mattered most. So Priya decided to give it a try. She started small. First, she tracked her expenses for 1 month. She was shocked. The Rs 7,000 she thought she spent on food was actually over Rs 15,000. Subscriptions she'd forgotten about were draining Rs 2,500 every month. Online shopping? Let's just say she had more clothes than closet space. With this new awareness, she made her first zero-based budget, assigning every rupee a purpose. Rent, groceries, bills, savings, a bit of fun money. And that was it. She cut out unnecessary subscriptions, cooked more meals at home, and resisted impulse buys. The first month was tough. Sticking to a plan felt weird. But by the end of the month, something incredible happened. For the first time, she had Rs 8,000 left in her account, not by luck, but by design. That Rs 8,000 became her emergency fund. Month by month, her savings grew. She started contributing to a SIP, built a 3-month emergency cushion, and paid off one of her credit cards entirely. All because she had one tool: a budget. What changed in Priya's life wasn't just the numbers in her bank account. It was the peace of mind that came from control. She no longer feared payday. She stopped dreading bills. She started planning vacations instead of impulsively charging them to her credit card. A budget didn't limit her life. It freed her from stress, anxiety, and the vicious cycle of paycheck to paycheck living. You see, budgeting isn't about restriction. It's about intentional living. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Whether you make Rs 20,000 or Rs 2,000 a month, if you don't manage your money, it will manage you. Today, Priya shares her story with others, not as a financial expert, but as someone who lived through the chaos and found clarity. Her story is a reminder that financial freedom doesn't start with a raise. It starts with a budget. Living paycheck to paycheck isn't always about low income. It's often about lack of planning. A budget is not your enemy. It's your best friend. It gives you control, peace, and the power to build the life you truly want. Start today. Your future self will thank you.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel Growing Minds Through Stories.